If you're in the plain short situation, another player comes off the field, which would be Susie at this point. Susie is out for the rest of the game. So that's an easy coaching decision because you don't have to worry about who you're putting back on the field because you're not putting anybody back on the field. She's sitting for the rest of the game, staying in the team bench area. She got her second yellow card. Now, also, Susie is sitting out the next game. And this is where you have to be honest and keep it. We will be reporting yellow cards to the league, so we know. So you're out that game plus one more game. That player needs to come to that other game. Not because she's going on vacation and say, oh, that's her game. No, she needs to be there watching the one game, knowing why she's being punished. Not saying, oh, it's okay, just don't come tomorrow. And then that'll satisfy it. All right? So if she goes on, she gets her yellow card and she goes on vacation, she misses one of your games, she's got to sit out the one that she's going to be there. All right? Does everybody understand that? Again, don't think we should have a problem, but you never know.
They get 2 yellow cards within 2 games.
No, it's just in the same game. Basically, it's behavior modification for that game. Correct. Is it 1? It is 1. Yes, right. FC is 1. The high school level, it's 2. Right. Okay, so FC, it's still the same rule as it was last year. You get a red card, check to the head red card. It's 1 game. Because now I'm progressing to my red cards. In any other game, if you get a red card, straight red, meaning you came at somebody and you really took them out. My yellow wasn't even thinking about coming out of my pocket. I go to straight red. That player, on any level, from C all the way up to high school, to post-collegiate, that player is sitting out 2 games. So not the check to the head red, but the straight red card that I feel the need to give. Right? That's a 2-game suspension. That's the change from this year. What I've given red cards for? I mean, just whack. Kid goes by, lay him out. All right, that could be a yellow, but depends on how far they lay him out. Because really, basically, the only thing you're doing here is trying to hurt him. You're not doing anything else. You're not playing lacrosse. All right, so those kind of violations, and the mouth. The mouth is the biggest. Dropping the F-bomb, that kind of stuff. What? Oh, no. I don't think the league has done anything about that. That's a league. Yeah, we might, but we don't have to.
The expectation is that we don't need to go there.
Right. Okay. Now we're going to talk about a point of emphasis. We had a big thing. New York had a big thing this year. They were voting on helmets. If that ever happens, please shoot me now. But they wanted a piece of equipment that was made for a boys' game to put it on a girls' game. So one of our point of emphasis this year is going to be our sphere. All right? See where all the heads of the sticks are? That is sacred. Sacred ground. Do not teach your kids to check in there. That's 7 inches all the way around. We keep this safe, we really shouldn't have a problem. But the problem being that people don't keep it safe. All right? Now, at your level, I shouldn't even see you up and around there because you're not allowed to check up there. At the FC level, you can check, but that's why at the FC level, unless that kid has the mastery of checking, don't let him do it. And it always has to be away. So if I'm up and around this person's head, and they are cradling, they have a nice cradle in here, really the only legal check I can make is to come here and come away. They're coming here, they're tight in here, but I'm away. The problem we run into is when they decide they're going to check that way. And they do it. In practice, see, coaches are the first line of defense for us having to call this stuff. In practice, if you see a child doing anything like this, dangerous, illegal, stop them. Bring a whistle. Blow a whistle. Everybody stand. Point out what that was wrong. Because if you let that behavior go in practice, they get in the game, they're not going to stop it because they think they're doing wonderful. This is the women's game. We play women's lacrosse. You need to protect this child's head. She has goggles on. That's all she has on. She has mouth guard on. All right? We want to keep it that way. We want to keep this game pure. All right? I hear two more than not. Oh, just throw helmets on them and let them play the boys' game. Well, if I wanted my daughter to play the boys' game, I would have signed her up for boys' lacrosse. I want my daughter to play the beautiful, flowing, wonderful game of women's lacrosse. And the only way I can have her do that safely is by us calling it. We probably remember, as umpires, we can't call what hasn't happened yet. So I can't call that kid getting whacked in the head until she gets whacked in the head. But you as coaches can prevent that. You prevent it by, when we call something, don't tell that kid they did a wonderful job when they didn't. When you're in practice, stop them. Don't let them do it. And by the time they get to the game, our job is so much easier. The next thing that the point of emphasis is the stick to body, body to stick. It's still a point of emphasis because people still don't get it. I'm a defender. When I'm playing defense, I'm allowed to play defense. Just keep turning this way. I just want to show. I'm allowed to play defense with my hands. All right? I don't have a stick on this person's body. All right? I'm high. I have my hands. What I'm not allowed to do is push them. Right? Or, all right? This hurts. This hurts.
It leaves bruises.
Yeah, it leaves bruises. Don't teach it. If you don't teach it, they won't do it. I know. Then you got the problem that the club coaches are teaching it. Well, this is a hard battle to play because they get into college. I do college games, and you go into college games, and you see it, and they're doing it. But we do call it, but we kind of give them, it's like one, they come in, they bump, they go away. But really, defense should be played with your feet, and they don't need to be on the person's body. They need to know where they are. So if I'm playing defense back here, I'm still doing what I want to do. I'm keeping this person away. But I don't need to be. All right? That's the stick to body. The other thing is now I'm playing nice defense, and this person decides they're going to go through me. That's the body to stick. That's an offensive foul.
One thing
All right,
great.
block
Laura
charge.
starts her reps classes today, which I've taken. I strongly encourage you to do because it'll make you a better coach. And the reps look at what's going on between the bodies. Is she extending out? Am I coming into her space? So that's what, teach that area in between.
Right.
In between.
Even as a coach, look at that. When you're looking at your defensive drills, look in between the bodies to see what they're doing. Then you can see, is the one defender, is she too overly aggressive, and is she coming at the kid, or is this attacker, right? Because right now, look how much space we have. Does this attacker really need to go through me when they can go around me? They can get me to trip up my feet, make a stutter step, make some kind of move and go around me. They don't belong through me. This is my space, my personal area. Stay out. And that's what you got to teach them. Don't teach the kid when they get to the play. You can do a bump dodge and then turn, but that's all. Why go through a solid object when you can go into space? Does it make sense to you? Why would you wrap yourself right through a door when you can go around the back door? There was a question. Okay, all right, I'll talk about charge block. All right, basically, a block, it's all about time and space. A defender must give the attacker time and space to react to what they are doing.